Hi, welcome to Diamond Custom Paint Shop. In this video, we're going to be going over how to mix 2K clear coat. And in this video, we're going to be using the acrylic urethane clear coat from Limeline. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is look at the mix, what the mix ratio is. And you're going to find it on the can somewhere. Limeline on this acrylic urethane clear coat, it's right on the front here. It says 4:1 mix ratio. Sometimes you have to find it on the can somewhere, usually on the back. It'll say it for sure. Like right here, 4 parts clear coat, 1 part activator. Oop, let me get that in there. You can see it right there. 4 parts to 1 part activator. Now what that means is, set this back down here. So what that means is you have 4:1. So yeah, and then you have a part A and a part B to 2K. That 2K means 2 component. The K stands for component over in Europe or somewhere where that word first came up with. So you have an A and a B. B is going to be your hardener. A is going to be your actual clear coat. So how it correlates is 4 on here is going to be your A, and the 1 is going to be your activator, B. That's how it always is. No matter if you use clear coat, primers, epoxy primers, that first number is going to be your main component, which is the stuff you're using, and then the B or the 1, the second number, wherever that is going to be your hardener that goes with it on a 2K system. So in this case, A is 4 and B is going to be the 1 on there. So how you're going to mix that, how you're going to know you're getting 4:1 is you're going to use a paint mixing cup. So I have 2 kinds here. First one is the mixing cup that goes with this disposable cup system. These cups go inside, and then they'll have all your, on this one it has them all at the bottom here. It starts at 2:1, 3:1, and 4:1, and so on. And we're going to use the 4:1. And then on this cup here, this is like just a generic, I just picked this up at a hardware store, but they still have the mixtures on here. You're going to have your, up here, it's on the top, 1:1, 2:1, 3:1, and 4:1. Now this extra 1 on there is if a component asks for, if you're going to do like, for instance, 2 parts of the main, 1 part hardener, and maybe 1 part of urethane reducer or something like that. So, and then on some cups, like on this cup, let's look at the 4:1. It's going to have percentages. So in this clear coat, you can add up to 10% of urethane reducer to kind of thin it out if you wanted to make it flow a little bit more, like on a last coat or something like that. So I'll explain that to you in a second, how that works out. So 2 cups, do the same thing, generic from hardware store or wherever, and specialty cups that have liners in them that you can dispose of your paint. You just put these liners in. These liners in a lid come out to be, I get them for like $1 a piece. So every time you use one, it's $1. But it saves you having to either buy one of these and getting rid of it, or cleaning it out and reusing it. So I like to do it this way. That's me. Whatever you want to do, that's your prerogative. So I'm just showing you the couple different ways here. Okay. So how do we mix this? So if we're going to use the 4:1, get this on camera here again. So the first one, let's say so in this one, we're going to spray a gas tank I have in the booth. I'm going to go to the 3 parts here. And so I always look at kind of what I want my total to be. So you look at the second 3, or if you're adding reducer, that's what these percentage numbers are. You look up there, and that's the total volume of product you're going to get right there. And if you're going by kind of ounces, what I always do, if I'm thinking, oh, I want about, I don't know, 8 ounces or something, you can always spin these cups. You usually have an ounce and a milliliter side right here. And you can kind of say, okay, if I wanted, let's say 10 ounces, then you can kind of follow it across to your 4-to-1. What's the closest to it at your max? That's going to be 2, right about here. So I'm going to be right at this. I'm not going to add any reducer. So I'm going to be at this second line here. So come across, I'm going to be at about 14 ounces of product after I get done mixing everything in there. All right, so let's get to mixing. And I'll kind of show you step by step what it looks like every time we add a component here. So we're going to start with, like I said, you always want to start with the component A. And I'm going to do 3, so I'm going to fill that up to the very first 3 on the cup. Here we go. We're going up to the 1, up to the 2, and we're coming up on 3. I'll slow down a little bit, and we're at the first 3 right there. And I always double check, make sure I'm at 4-to-1 down here so I don't screw up. And then I'm at the 3. Okay, so now you're done with part A. You can put a cap on that. And then we're going to use the part B now. And we're going to fill that up to, let's see, we're right there. We're going to fill that up to that second line right there. That third line, this cup represents another part 1, I would believe, on this one. Not sure, because that's 20%, so I'm not too sure on some of these cups, but yeah, so we're going to go up to that second 3 right there with the hardener, part B. Make sure it's cups level. Okay, here we go. Fill it up. There we go. We're up to the, whoop. See, I almost screwed up. I turned it over. I was on 5-to-1 where I was looking. So I spun the cup when I sat down. Usually I'm not picking the cup up and down, so I know where it's at, but I got kind of set it down wrong there. So, yep. But anyways, we're right there anyways. So I guess 4-to-1 and 5-to-1 aren't that far different than that right there. Okay. So you're done with the part B now. Cap that, put it aside. Now, what I was saying before, now if you wanted to add some urethane reducer, like the Limelight urethane reducer, you can fill that up to 10%, I believe, on this. And then that'll usually tell you on the back of the can, too. Let's see if we can see it real quick on here. How much reducer you can add to this. Because there is a limit. You can't just go crazy with it. I don't see it right offhand on here, but I do know most clears, it's up to 10%. Sometimes it'll say, sometimes it won't. Yeah, on the 2Ks, I've always seen it in places where it does say 10%. So, but I'm not going to do that right now. That's more for if you're doing like flow coats in the end, like your last coat. I think they call it a flow coat. So we can go over that another time. But so that's where you would fill up to these percentages here, 10, 20%. There. So we're done adding these two. Now you're going to want to got just a tongue depressor is what I get, cheap stir sticks. Or you can get these are actually a little bit better. These kind of stir sticks too. You can get these from Limelight. These are Limelight stir sticks. So we'll go ahead and use that guy. So that's a little better. It has these holes in it, lets the fluid flow around. And so I like to mix this for a good, I don't know, 30 seconds at least. Usually I'm listening to music, so I'll say, okay, I'll wait till this song's over, then I'll mix it till the song's over. If it's like halfway through or whatever, but you just want to make sure it gets all that part A and part B, get the mix together really good, so you don't have any issues. I mean, this would probably be good, but I like to be safe than sorry, just to make sure everything's mixed up good. Then also, once I get everything, the cap on and everything on the gun, I'll kind of sit and mix it as I'm going to hook up my paint gun in the paint booth too. So, all right, so that should do her. You're going to want to add your filtered cap on there. Snap that on. Give it a little spin and push. Then you're going to want to put your lock ring on there. Hold everything together. Give that a tight little squeeze there so it doesn't fall off your gun. Had that happen, not too fun. And then get your spray gun, lime line, 1.4. Press that on, twist it, snap it in, and you're done. And you're ready to go. So you can sit there and mix it a little bit. Oh, I got a little leak somewhere. Oh, there we go. I missed a ring there. All right. So there we go. Ready to spray your clear coat, and I'll see you in the booth. Okay, so what happened on that cup while it was leaking? Let me just show you on this cup here what happened. So when I had the liner in there, when I put the top on, somehow it grabbed that edge, grabbed that little edge right there, and it kind of pushed it down like that. So then my clear coat, when I was swishing around, got down there and got in the cup. So just wanted to let you know that, what had happened, so you can look out for that. Make sure it doesn't happen to you. So yeah, when you snap that ring down on there, just make sure those edges, kind of look around the edges and make sure it didn't kind of pop that edge down in when you push that in. So, all right, there you go. Well, now we'll see you in the booth and get some 2K clear coat sprayed down on a motorcycle tank. As you'll see, the first thing first coat of clear coat I do is just a light coat as I'm spraying over a black candy that I just laid down. This prevents the layer of graphics from lifting, shifting, or moving around.